Open source software, powering open innovation. Information wants to be free, by Stuart Brand, an American project developer. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of open source software, or OSS for short. This concept has revolutionized how we think about software development and collaboration in the digital age. Now let's start with a simple analogy. Imagine a watch with a transparent glass case. If you can understand its inner workings, you can see all of the moving pieces and comprehend how it functions. That's essentially what OSS is in the software world. It's code that's open for anyone to see, understand, and eventually modify. The roots of OSS trace back to the early 1980s with the free software movement. However, it wasn't until the 1990s that OSS truly came into its own. A pivotal moment was in 1991 when Linus Torvalds developed Linux, the first open source operating system. This marked a significant shift in how we approach software development and distribution. Now that we've covered a bit of history of OSS, let's now look at the key principles with a few metaphors to help explain why it's part of the open innovation ecosystem. Share freely. Imagine OSS like a recipe you can share with anyone. You can give it to your friends without charging them. See how it's made. It's like having the blueprints to a house. Anyone can look at the code and understand how the software works. Change and share. You can modify the software, like adding a new room to that house blueprint, and you can share your improved versions with others. Respect the original. While you can make changes, you do need to keep the original version available. It's like keeping the old house intact while building your additions. Open to everyone. Whether you're a student, a business, or just curious, you can use OSS. There's no restrictions on who can use it and for what purpose. From these principles, we can see that both OSS and open innovation emphasize collaboration, knowledge sharing, and leveraging external resources to drive innovation. One of the most intriguing aspects of OSS is its community-driven nature. Contributors from around the world can report bugs, suggest features, or even provide solutions. This global collaboration can lead to rapid innovation cycles and robust software development, a perfect example of open innovation in action. When it comes to the legal aspects of OSS, it's important to note the distinction between the two main types of OSS licenses, copyleft and permissive. Copyleft licenses, like the GNU General Public License, ensure that derivative works remain open source. Permissive licenses, such as the MIT license, allow for a greater flexibility in how the software is used and distributed. Now you might be wondering, how does this all fit into the business world? Well, OSS has spawned innovative business models that align perfectly with open innovation principles. Companies can reduce R&D costs, they can accelerate their innovation process, and even use OSS as talent acquisition strategies. For instance, Trivago has leveraged its association with OSS to network and find talented developers working on OSS software. Moreover, OSS represents a novel approach to intellectual property management. Instead of keeping code proprietary, companies can benefit from sharing it openly, fostering innovation across entire industries. This aligns with open innovation's reconsideration of traditional IP strategies. However, it's not all smooth sailing. OSS faces challenges too. Maintaining software is difficult as it tends to require long-term volunteer work to maintain and update the software for new tech on the market, which is where contributors begin to lose interest and requires businesses who use the software to pay their own employees to fix bugs and keep the programs up to date. OSS also faces the risk of trusting anonymous volunteer moderators who look over projects, which have also been known to embed malicious codes in updates, which has recently occurred in the XZ Utilis project, where a moderator working on a project for over 2 years hid malware in a software update. Threats such as these highlight the importance of adequate support for popular OSS projects, alongside transparency among moderators who ensure the software can continue to add value to the open innovation ecosystem. Despite these weaknesses in OSS, it continues to thrive. It's being integrated into cutting-edge fields like AI and is transforming how the education sector can affordably handle their online databases. The success of OSS demonstrates the power of open collaboration from multiple stakeholders and the accumulation of voluntarily shared knowledge, with the main focus of innovating programs over creating profits. To wrap this all up, the nature of open source software reflects strongly with the characteristics of open innovation. It promotes collaborative development, which helps to accelerate innovation cycles and reduce R&D costs, all while challenging traditional business IP models. As software and technology develop further, OSS will be a unique key power to open innovation and the growth of business globally. Thanks for listening. I hope this overview has given you a deeper appreciation for open source software and its role in the open innovation landscape.